glasses, and especially in Gujarat where the sun is so high,
The heat is
and
horrible.
the heat is so intense. I think we need proper sunglasses so that we can protect our eyes. And I think this particular sales letter from Florence Opticals is advertising their own
quite
product.
catchy.
Yes,
That's what attracted me to choose this as an example for our students.
So let's discuss this for our students.
Before that,
Yeah.
would you please allow me to talk about the difference between a memorandum
Yes,
and a sales
absolutely,
letter, the layout?
absolutely. I think that's very important.
Yeah, as I was stating this, like both of us, we were talking to you about it, that memorandums are a written form of communication which are used internally within the organization. So they have a different kind of layout. Now what you see is sales letter is an example of letters which are sent outside the organization. They are the typical business letters which have a layout, particular layout, which start with the heading, then go on with the date, and then with the inside address, the subject line, the salutation, the body of the letter, and then you have the complimentary close. And if there is any enclosure, you mention that, or if it has to be courtesy copies need to be sent, you mention such things. Again, business letters, as I've been telling you, the complete block format is a very user friendly format.
Yes.
Because nowadays most of the organizations are
Following
computer savvy,
yes, yes.
and they are more or less paperless. They follow the paperless office technique.
Correct.
So typing letters on the computer has in the Word document has become very simple.
Very
And the
simple.
complete block format, it aids in it, because everything is
Definitely.
typed along the left hand side margin, as the students can see on the screen the example. So it has a slight different kind of a layout from the memorandum, but then again, everything we are following the complete block format, it's along the left hand side margin.
Yeah.
This is the latest style of doing. Now coming back to sales letters, we are talking about the ultimate series of sunglasses
So
by
basically,
Florence
if I can
Opticals.
just interrupt you,
Yeah.
sales letter is another type of a business letter, or
Yes.
another type of a commercial correspondence
Exactly.
in layman's language, if we
yeah.
can say that.
Yes, ma'am.
So it does follow all the structural
Requirements
of a
letter.
business letter.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So let's analyze this particular letter now.
Yeah,
that
sure.
How according again to the IDA
Strategy, how
that
it
we
follows
are
the IDA
using.
strategy.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So first thing, as we can see that the first two lines are drawn. They are drawing the attention of the consumers to what the product is about.
Yes.
So they are trying to they are trying to say that since your eyes are so beautiful, you need to protect the eyes, and therefore what is important is Florence Optical giving you a wide range of sunglasses from which you can choose from. And then it goes on to talk about the latest range of optical accessories that they have.
The material and
And
its quality
yes.
that is used, and they state that it's the best and the excellent quality that is used to create these new type of sunglasses, the ultimate. So
ultimate,
in every sense,
yes.
they are the ultimate.
Okay.
And they do arouse the interest of any reader to know more about the product, or to know more about the ultimate series.
Yeah, and so that's why in the letter they have given in details, about the quality of their product, so that it arouses interest, and so that the consumers can at least go up to that place and have a look for themselves, whatever the product interests them, that they can
Yeah, even
purchase
maybe
the
ask for a
product,
demonstration
Yes,
too.
yes,
They can try it
absolutely.
out on themselves and see whether their personality gets enhanced or not.
Yes, absolutely. And then of course this further leads to a desire to own such beautiful sunglasses, so that your eyes don't get spoiled by the
Yeah,
heat.
especially the
And-
attractive thing is the design, and they
Yes.
talk about the elegance, the taste of the consumers. They talk about the offers that they are giving, which
Yes.
naturally arouses the desire of the reader or the consumer to at least go and try out once.
Try out once, yes, definitely. And here of course the letter is telling, it's targeting the, I think, retail optical shops,
Yes.
where they can try out, they can keep a range of sunglasses in their shop, so that the consumers can come and
Yeah.
purchase
At
them.
least ask for a
And-
demonstration, and maybe yes, if they
So-
love it, they will definitely buy it.
So definitely the desire to have such a thing is aroused.
Yeah.
And finally, the letter ends with the action that the consumers are planning to take, or the retail stores are planning to take, or they would like to take, not planning, but would
Yes,
like
they
to
would
take.
like to take.
Yes, and
And-
they are offering a lot of incentives.
Yeah. It's almost 50% discount that they
Yes.
are offering, because it is a new range that is being introduced into the market, which is quite attractive.
Yes,
Anyone would immediately take action
Yes,
to
I
actually buy a
remember.
pair.
I remember the Raga range and the Fast Track range of those watches, you
Yeah.
know, that were introduced with one get one free, and you
Yeah,
know, all
it's a
those
super
type
hit.
of super. Yes, definitely, I remember that. So definitely, I think sales letters are those. If we can sum up what a sales letter is,
It's a kind
you
of
know.
an advertisement in itself, and the aim or objective of an advertisement is to attract the attention of the readers or the onlookers or the general consumers, so that they take interest and a desire is aroused in them to buy the product, and finally they take an action, that is buy the product and enjoy themselves
Yes.
with the new product that they have in their hand. I love to have new things.
Okay.
So if anything attracts my attention, I definitely make it a point, if not to buy, at least I will definitely go and find out what is it
Yes,
about.
try it at least. Maybe it is expensive, especially the
Yeah.
Titan eyeglasses are very expensive.
Very expensive, but then they are very
But then
attractive.
very attractive, of
Yeah.
course. Now let's move on to another type of letters. You know, like for example, if the business houses, you know, these sales letters have gone to the retail customers, and the retail customers have bought their products. Now, it's not, like every time a retail shop or a retail owner may not have that liquid cash with them, you know.
Yeah.
So they buy on credit.
Hmm.
You know, so they buy on credit, and then eventually the credit is paid in different installments.
Yeah.
So like we have those type of letters also, which are moving from the business houses to the retail consumers, and I think they are called collection letters.
Yes, they are called the collection letters. The collection letters, yes, as madam was
Yeah.
pointing out, that the businessman, the buyer may not have cash on hand. So normally agreements, when a buying and a selling takes place, an agreement is signed between the buyer and the seller. And if required, if it's a huge amount, the buyer agrees to pay in installments, and
yes.
whatever is the agreement, it is put on paper, and they actually make a deal.
Yes.
And there are deadlines given
Correct,
to pay the installments or the complete total amount at a certain period, in a certain period of time. Now sometimes it may happen that the buyer may not have, or the person who is buying on credit may not have the money on time to
Right.
repay.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
then the seller needs the money, because the seller also is into business
Yes,
and may
yes.
need cash.
And
So
he's also investing into many other things, you know, for which he needs liquid cash.
yeah,
for that.
exactly.
Yes.
So there is a need to remind
Correct.
the creditor that he or she has to pay the amount that is due. Sometimes we have to go one step further, because in spite of reminding, they may not respond
Yes.
or may not take action. So there has to be, a letter of urgency.
Yes.
Where the other person, the seller states that there is the buyer has to take an urgent action and pay the outstanding amount, because
definitely.
they may need for some other purpose. And then after even after 2 reminders, if the person is not paying or is unable to pay, or there is miscommunication or no communication taking place at all, then there is some kind of an ultimatum that the other person has to give. In short, what I'm trying to point out to is that there are 3 types of collection letters. To start with, the first one is the reminder, a general reminder.
right.
Then there is this letter of urgency, and then there is this third type of collection letter, which is a letter of ultimatum.
So which means to say that legal action will be taken, or lawyers
Yeah.
would be called in, or the matter will go to the court.
Yes, there are no
So
further chances
there are no
given.
further chances. So I
Which would be
think
given.
what we need to do now is go into details of all the three letters so that our students understand what a reminder is and what an urgency letter is.
And what is an ultimatum?
Yes, and what is
and
an
how they are
ultimatum.
drafted.
Yes, definitely. So,
So-
let us begin with reminder first.
Yeah, sure.
In the
So
sense that who is reminding to whom? I think we need to understand this very clear, or our students should understand this. So it is from a business house to a buyer.
Buyer.
So because the buyer has not adhered to the signed agreement of giving credit on that particular date or in the stipulated time frame. So naturally the business house is sending a reminder to them that you have not paid my amount and therefore you need to pay to me at this particular point in time.
So you mean to say that some deadlines are given in each of the letters?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Each deadline has to be given. Otherwise, again there will be a problem for the buyer as well as the seller.
You mean to
So-
say that we are giving them a chance?
Yes, we are giving them one chance, further chances, and
And
no
then the
more
ultimate
chance.
one.
It's
Okay.
that way. But whatever type of letter you write, at least the first two letters, the tone of the letter has to be courteous,
Yeah.
or it has to be polite, because unless you don't you don't adhere to the you attitude, which every business letter has or which every business letter wants, I think you are going to lose out on your customers.
Yes, in business
So-
we cannot afford to lose a customer because they are the ones who make our reputation or break our reputation in the
Absolutely.
market. So we need to
Absolutely.
be as courteous and polite as possible with the customer, but then when they don't respond or take any action, we need to be a bit stern. Courteous
Yes.
at the same time, a bit stern.
Bit stern. So, and another thing is that we always have to remind them at maybe through letter, maybe through a telephone call first, and if they don't adhere to our verbal response, and then the letter needs to be written.
Because any day
know?
written form of communication is more legal, and
Yes.
it can be stored as a proof for future reference.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
this does not mean that when collection letters are written, there is no other form of communication that is taking place between
Yes.
the buyer and the seller. They are communicating with each other. If the other person is unreachable, then the reminder is being written,
Right.
and then further steps are taken if the person is not responding in spite of the first written communication, which is called a reminder.
Yes, I'm sure backdoor approaches are being followed.
Yeah, because
for
that
this.
helps in keeping the customers,
Customer.
and that maintains a friendly relation
Yes,
with them.
absolutely.
Helps in maintaining.
Yeah. So let us now show our students a sample of the reminder that we have brought for them.
Okay.
know.
So that's the sample
Yes,
Of
I
a
think
reminder.
of a reminder.
Okay.
So let's look at this. Now it's from Western Wear.
Yeah.
So a textile firm.
Yeah, it's a textile firm, Western Wear, and they are the makers of all kinds of garments. And they have this client, Mr. Kumar,
Correct.
who has bought goods on credit. And according to the letter, Mr. Kumar has agreed to pay the amount of 1,50,000 rupees in 3 installments of 50,000 each.
Right.
And when the deal was made, the deadlines were set that he would be paying at certain intervals of time.
Yes.
And what we see in the sample reminder here is that it is to remind Mr. Kumar that he has not paid any of the installments. There are
Oh.
3 installments he is required to pay on different dates.
Yeah.
Like the first one was to be paid on 2nd January, the second one was supposed to be paid on 31st January, and the final third installment was supposed to be paid on 25th February. And as you can see, the first reminder is being written on 27th of February,
Right.
wherein they have given some benefit of doubt to Mr. Kumar that maybe he
Right.
might have sent the amount and they may not have received it. So they have shown the courtesy of waiting for 2 more days,
more days,
but then
yes.
finally the reminder is sent out,
Yes.
requesting Mr. Kumar, wherein again, yes, they are trying to be as considerate as possible, and they have given their phone numbers
Yes,
also,
exactly.
where
The phone number is also
where
there.
Mr. Kumar can contact them just in case if he has some problem. He may not have cash on hand,
And-
so he can still discuss his problem with the
Right.
Western Wear people, and maybe change the agreement or
Yes.
get some
Slightly
other dates.
defer the payment schedule also.
Yeah,
you know.
and then the Western Wear is also giving Mr. Kumar another deadline, that is they are requesting him to pay the full amount by 11th of March.
Yes.
So and then this is the approach, as we can see, the language is courteous, it is polite, but at the
Yes.
same time they are very precise about their requirements. They
Yeah.
are giving a deadline, but at the same time they are also informing him about what course of action they would take if Mr. Kumar does not respond.
Yeah. So, which means that they are assertive in their tone. The
Yeah.
letter is the letter is same time polite also, courteous also, but also very assertive in tone, stating that if you fail by this particular time frame, then we are going to seek
Yeah,
legal
and which I
action.
feel is quite reasonable, because
definitely.
if your money is stuck up, anyone would be assertive.
Anyone would be doing it.
Yeah, they would be doing it.
Yeah. So now let's move on to the next letter, which is the urgent letter. So I think Mr. Kumar has not yet paid, and therefore it was necessary for Western Wear to send another urgent reminder to them that your money has not come to us, and therefore maybe phone calls have gone to them, but then again they are not approachable,
responding, yeah.
and therefore the Western Wear warns that urgent action should be taken on paying their
repayment.
credit.
Yeah.
So, but then now the letter I think is a little different from the reminder letter.
The language is a bit
The language is bit different. That though of course courtesy is maintained, they are still maintaining I think they have a terrible control over themselves.
We need to be.
Yes, I think there needs to be a control, and therefore they are still maintaining the courtesy. But at the same time, the letter is very, very straightforward and matter of fact,
Yes.
in the sense that now they are not going to
Tolerate.
give too much of time, too
No,
much
too
of
much of
leeway on
lenience.
time, yes, but they want their money back, and that's exactly what our next letter is all about. The sample,
The sample,
that we
yes.
have
The sample
brought-
makes it quite clear.
Yes.
Carrying forth, yeah, if
Correct.
I
Go
may.
ahead.
Yeah, they carry forth the earlier sample that we showed for reminder. It's the similar situation that Mr. Kumar is being sent a letter of urgency